All right. Shalom. I want to start off by saying Kol Halalim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to the head apostles of GMS and a salute to you Watkins that are tuning in. I'm the servant of the body GMS Boston. And I'm coming back with another show, man. And it's going to be based on this article here in RT, which, as you can see, the heading says COVID microchip developer explains why people want vaccine passport implant. Okay, so starting with the head apostles on down, all right, starting from head apostle Tahar on down, you know, the men of the Lord have been prophesizing, right, that this man is gonna come out with an implantable device, either in your right hand or forehead, okay, which will make him his property, will make you his property. And not only that, but it will also mark you for destruction, okay, because that is the mark of the beast, which the word mark goes into charagma, which means something insertion, all right, is an inserted, something inserted, a cut. That's what the word charagma means, all right, I believe in the Greek, okay. Now, this devil, you know, presuming Revelation, the 13th chapter, is going to try to establish this mark, all right, which is a sign of his NWO agenda, all right, which is no longer a conspiracy, man. And now we're in the precipice of this. Now I'm gonna read a couple sentences, even though the heading of this article is self-explanatory where I'm going with this. It says a Swedish company has sparked debate after showcasing a microchip that can be implanted under the skin and scanned as proof of one's COVID-19 vaccination status. The microchip technology was developed by Stockholm-based startup Epicenter. The tiny chip stores a COVID-19 vaccine passport, the likes of which are increasingly being mandated across the globe. It can be read by a device using a near-field communication protocol, the same tech used by credit cards and other digital payment systems. You see that? And here it is. Now we knew about you know, Two Square Market and these other companies that pretty much made their workers get this chip, man. We knew this chip has been out. I personally heard about it going all the way back in 2012. All right, when it came out on the news, I was watching the Spanish news on Univision, and even in Spanish, they were selling this to the Northern Kingdom, man. They were selling it as something cool, something that is the future, something that is a big technological advance, because that's how the devil operates, all right? The devil, which the word devil means deceiver, right? He's looking to find ways to make you accept, all right, his mark, man. Okay, he's deceiving you by making this look just as another technological advance, you know, making this look good, cool. You know, you might be able to open up your car with it. You know, you never, they'll say you'll never lose your keys. It will hold vital information about you. Okay, and this is how he's selling it. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. Now that word device is going into his plots and his schemes, man. All right, this is all a scheme and a plot to deceive you into taking this RFID microchip, which brings me to Revelation, the 13th chapter. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, you know that they're getting real tight, especially here in Boston. You had this mayor, right? And she came out with, you know, full-fledged mandate about having a jab passport in order to access businesses. So they're getting real tight and needy with this proof of jabination, as I like to call it. Okay, because they're gearing you and preparing you for this RFID microchip. Okay, so it says free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You see that? So like I said, that word mark there goes into charagma, which means an insertion. Okay, something inserted. Now it says that no man will buy or sell, and that's exactly what's happening. If you don't have a passport card, right, you can't go into restaurants, you can't go into gyms, you can't go into public places, and you best believe that that's going to be transferred into this chip. Okay. Now you had the interview with Aaron Russo, where he fully disclosed the elite globalist agenda, which is to microchip you people. So this is not something made up. This is not something new. Okay, this is something that's been in the works for years, man. Okay, and ultimately this is the plan of Yahweh. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because he's gonna make this man go full fledged with his NWO agenda so that he can come back and destroy him. Because really, we're just waiting upon the final prophecies. All right, we're waiting upon the final prophecies, which is that RFID microchip and ultimately this Third World War fully popping off, man. All right. Revelations 13 and 15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And the image of the beast is this man's system. Okay, that's this man's system. The so-called white man's system is in its entirety. Okay, and the RFID microchip is part of that image. Okay, so if you don't take this chip, you're either gonna starve to death, or you're gonna be put to death. All right, or you're gonna be labeled a threat, a domestic terrorist, or some type of label that will give this devils an excuse to come after you and possibly lock you up in a concentration camp, or put you to death, man. Put you to death. Okay, and this is coming, man. Look, this article right here, this is how it starts. All right. Now, Daniel 12 and 1 says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Okay, so this is talking about Jacob's trouble, which Jacob is you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Latinos. All right. Now the elect, hopefully the elect will survive it, because they're the elect, right? They're the ones chosen to be saved out of this imminent danger. Okay. In order for you to be elected, or in order for you to be delivered or saved, right? Like these so-called Christians love to say they're saved, you have to have been in imminent danger. Well, the danger is this so-called white man, right, who's coming down, as it is written in the book of Revelation. As a matter of fact, let me grab that. Right. So this is Revelations 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know that he had but a short time. Now, who's the devil? Esau, Edom. All right, because he's the man of perdition. He's the man of sin. He's the one that's causing the earth to be destroyed. Okay, causing the earth, to pretty much decay. So he's the devil, man. The Bible speak of, man. And he's coming down because he knows what? He has but a short time, which is why he's not playing around. He's not playing around with this pandemic. He's not playing around, man. Right? And this is what it was ultimately about. It's ultimately about what? About turning this currency, which is called the dollar, which is nothing but fiat money, right? Into pretty much digital currency. Now you hear the hype of Bitcoin, you hear the hype of Ethereum and all these digital currencies, right? When a couple months back before the pandemic, nobody knew a goddamn thing about no digital currencies or nothing, or even how it works or what they are, right? But now you hear everybody is well informed, and they're making this thing the norm. They're making digital currency as something that is normalcy, because you Americans, you love normalcy. Okay, that's how you feel in your comfort zone, because you love your normalcy. You know, you love things to go back to normal. That's why they call this the new normal. This is gonna be the new normal, right? And this is why you're willing and to accept anything this man gives you, because you want to go back to your old ways, the way you used to live before the pandemic. You see? And this is why you're gonna take this man's jab. You're gonna take whatever he tells you to take, because you want to keep living in your folly, man. Okay, let me grab this last precept. It says First Thessalonians 5:3 says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." So the scriptures warn you here, right, about, you know, feeling in that comfort zone, man. You know, that feeling of peace and safety. You don't want to be in a feeling of peace and safety, because sudden destruction may come upon you. Why? Because you lose perception of your surroundings, man. You know, you lose perception of what's going on because you're too comfortable. Kind of reminds me of that parable, or that saying of the frog. You know, the frog that fell in a pot, and the pot, you know, the heat was turned on, you know, and eventually the water started getting warm, and the frog got comfortable, you know, and the water started getting a little hotter and hotter, and more comfortable got the frog, you know, until eventually, you know, the frog ended up getting cooked, man. Why? Because the frog lost all perception that she was in, the frog was in its way to get cooked, you know, because of that comfortness. Right, we're not in the time of comfort, man. All kinds of things are happening. All kinds of things are popping off. You know, this is not the time of comfort, man. Comfort gets you destroyed. Okay, this is the time of figuring out what to do. You know, doing your best foot forward to be delivered. Which is the only way. The only way you can be delivered is through Yahweh Shai, man. That's the only way. Which that's what's his name means. It means he saves. So that's the only way you can be delivered. You know, if you're so-called black, Negro, Native American, or Latino, your way out is what is through Yahweh Shai, man. You know, or if you, anybody that hears this message really, and it resonates with your spirit, you know, that you are Hebrew Israelite, because our people look like everybody under the planet. You know, if it resonates with you that you're an Israelite, you know, we're living in the time where it'll behoove you to go into the scriptures, read, okay, and put your best foot forward, to seek salvation, man, so that the Lord can be find you at least worthy, you know, to be saved, as it is written, to make our calling and election sure, man. All right, so I seen this article, man, I got fired up. This is good. You know, we looking for a new heaven and a new earth, man. We are tired, man. This place is dreadful. This is hell indeed. Okay, this is hell indeed. You know, all kinds of problems, you know, starting with the women, with the family, with the food you eat, with everything in this kingdom in place. It's all detrimental to our well-being, man. This is not a way to live. Okay, this is why we look forward to a new heaven and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So hopefully this was edifying.